Hi, good evening. Welcome to Sports Today. Well, Sri Lanka have defeated India by 4 wickets in Colombo to draw level in that three-match T20I series. Sri Lanka won the second game of the three-match T20I series by 4 wickets, chasing 133. Sri Lanka were in a spot of bother, but well, they were bailed out by some fine batting performances lower down the order. There was a point in time where it looked like India might still win this game with four debutants. Remember, India were a heavily depleted side. Krunal Pandya had tested positive yesterday on Tuesday. So the players who were deemed to be in close contact with Krunal were also isolated, which meant India had to field four debutants in Nitish Rana, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Devdutt Padikkal, and Chetan Sakaria, the pacer. In effect, India were playing only about five batsmen. You had Shikhar Dhawan and Ruturaj Gaikwad opening together, Devdutt Padikkal at number three, Sanju Samson at number four, Nitish Rana at number five. So that was a very thin, wafer thin batting lineup really for the Indians. And the pitch was spongy, the pitch was slow, there was a lot of slowness off the surface, which meant the spinners obviously came into play for Sri Lanka as well. Akila Dhananjaya there picking 2 wickets for 29 runs. Devdutt Padikkal and Ruturaj Gaikwad, both these young men looked really good on debut, but they couldn't quite get to too many. They couldn't get too many runs at the end. And Shikhar Dhawan, he was trying to anchor that innings, but he also fell for 40 or 42 balls when India would have wanted him to really stay till the end because you know what Shikhar Dhawan is capable of doing. Sanju Samson, also a destructive batsman, couldn't get going. He was done for seven. Nitish Rana got 9 of 12 on debut, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar there, unbeaten on 13 of 11 balls, but hit any boundaries. 133 then wasn't going to be a massive total for the Sri Lankans to chase down. It was still a pretty good Indian team, but clearly, like I said, clearly depleted. So the India fielded three spinners, and all of them did really well. Varun Chakravarti playing only his second game for India, 4 overs, 18 runs, 1 wicket. Kuldeep Yadav was the pick of the Indian bowlers, 4 overs, 2 for 30. Rahul Chahar, they're getting a wicket at the end as well. But they weren't defending too many, and Dhananjay De Silva, 40 of 30, 34 balls, 14 out of 34 balls, getting the Sri Lankans home. Of course, there were runs from Vinod Bhanuka as well, who scored 36. So that was how that match panned out. India, despite fielding of a very inexperienced team, if you look at that side, Shikhar Dhawan, he's obviously been around for a while, but apart from that, a very, very, very young Indian team, apart from Shikhar Dhawan and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Kuldeep Yadav has been around for a while as well, but then you look at the rest of the bowling line of Varun Chakravarti, Chetan Sakaria, Rahul Chahar, and the batting with Ruturaj Gaikwad, Devdutt Padikkal, Nitish Rana. It was a great effort by the Indians to take that match that deep. Sri Lanka won with only 4 wickets to spare and 2 balls remaining in that game. It was a low-scoring game, but India fought really hard, and it was impressive to watch both Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devdutt Padikkal, especially with that slog hike to Hasaranga, and of course he fell at on the very next delivery. But that's how it panned out for India. Devdutt Padikkal looked good. He got 29 on debut. He's of course scored his first IPL 100 early in the year for Royal Challengers Bangalore. So it was, India would want to win the series. It could be that it's going to the decider tomorrow. These games are being played on back-to-back evenings after it was postponed on Tuesday. But India should be proud of the way some of these youngsters have pulled through in Sri Lanka, and they're of course, these are really good indications, good signs for the future of Indian cricket. Very, very young cricketers, but also you have to look at the way they batted. It showed their confidence. Obviously, they get a lot of that from the IPL, exposed to very high quality cricket, and but it wasn't easy against Sri Lanka on a spongy wicket against a couple of quality spinners, but credit where due. So that's the update on this game. Sri Lanka have defeated India by 4 wickets, and the series is now level at 1 all. Of course, the decider will be played tomorrow, and India would hope to come back stronger and get the better of Sri Lanka in these conditions. It's not easy. And not surprisingly, there, Dhananjay De Silva was named man of the match for his efforts. He said, "I'm very happy to contribute. It was in my mind. I wanted to bat at the 20th over." That was really the way to go about this game, in a sense, right? It was was a low-scoring game and somebody had to be there. That's exactly what Shikhar Dhawan was trying to do in a way because he was not his usual blistering self. Of late, we've seen him really ramp up his strike rate, but he couldn't quite get going. And Shikhar Dhawan, at the post-match presentation, also said that the surface had turned and it was topping a bit. Just like I said, it was a little spongy. Of course, we knew we were one batsman short, and we knew we had to construct the innings smartly and to content ourselves at one point. So they really were batting with a set strategy in mind, and they wanted one of the senior batsmen, one of the proper batsmen, to stay on till the end and probably exploit those last 2 or 3 overs. Wasn't to be, but good on Sri Lanka to have bounced back, which means we have a decider on our hands on Thursday evening. That's tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now. Who will take this T20I series? India, of course, won the ODIs 2-1. Depleted Indian team now, losing that second T20I by 4 wickets. Can they bounce back tomorrow? Of course, we'll wait and watch. But do join me on Sports Today. Do subscribe to the channel. There's plenty happening around the Olympics. Bore Mujumdar is there in Tokyo to get you all the latest from the Summer Games, the exclusive interviews, breaking news analysis. We have the works on this channel for you. So do join us. Do join us again throughout the course, and hopefully India will finish the games with a few more medals. There's plenty of prospects for the Indians still open. So we're rooting for them, and I'm sure you are too along with us. Thank you so much for watching. Do keep supporting us. See you very, very soon on this channel.